NHL drag racing is on tap this weekend at Racecity, a Division 6 regional meet, which doubles as the Canadian Championship. The finals go tomorrow. Qualifying runs ran today, and a new track record was set by a team with a very strong Calgary flavor. Flying at over 200 miles per hour over a quarter mile in 6 seconds or less. It takes an incredible machine, super driver, and perhaps even more important, a whiz-bang crew of mechanics to design, build, and maintain one of these contraptions. One of the best mechanics on the continent is from right here in Calgary. Les Davenport has teamed with Victoria's Stan Sipos to race an alcohol funny car dragster, one in which Stan won NHRA Rookie of the Year honors last season. Les builds the engines for it and always strives to make them the best.
You always want to be better than everybody else, and I don't necessarily care. I used to drive race cars, and I still drive a land speed car at Bonnyville, and I do a lot of things, but to drive in front of the fans and spectators doesn't thrill me. The people I'm trying to impress are the other mechanics in the sport. Drag racing has really evolved over the last couple of years into a team operation where the driver can't be the crew chief. He can't think of that many things at one time, and the crew chief can't be the driver. So you need both things, and once you have both, then you become a lot more successful.
Les is an innovator. You can't win races, you can't win championships by just being a follower and being an individual that is satisfied with status quo. And we're never satisfied with status quo. So even though the championship has been lost for this year, and that's what we're competing for ultimately, we are attempting to get a foothold on the championship for next year by being ahead of the pack.
Les, who owns and operates Davenport Machine Services in Calgary, began street racing himself 20 years ago. And 8 or 9 years back, a partner of his in Oregon helped design a unique dynamometer specifically for high-powered racing motors, which has turned his work and profile completely around.
It's a revolutionary type of dynamometer. It's the only type of dyno that can measure these type of motors. So we have a lot of real information instead of the hearsay information that a lot of people get from other things. And that's been the biggest benefit.
For the uninitiated, the dynamometer that reads out these things, what kinds of things are you looking for, and what kind of information does it give you?
Well, the primary thing we're looking for is horsepower and torque at different RPM ranges, but we can read all 8 exhaust gas temperatures and blower boost and fuel pump pressure and several other parameters during the run. What it does for us, it lets us do a bunch of testing in the shop instead of having to do it on a racetrack.
Les designed and built a completely brand new engine for his car recently and is testing it at this weekend's Division 6 meet at Racecity. He's looking ahead to next year, trying to get the jump on everyone else so he can win a world title.
We just put together a new combination of parts and pieces. We've got a different type of a motor and a different injector than everybody else. And we're here primarily to test it. I'm not necessarily here to go as fast as I can today. I want to go fast in 3 or 4 weeks when we're racing national event stuff.
The engine Les built may be innovative, but it's also effective. Stan Sipos set a new track record at Racecity today, covering the quarter mile in an elapsed time of 6.241 seconds. His speed, 225 miles per hour. Driver, mechanic, and crew naturally ecstatic and looking for a regional race